Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm playing Forza Horizon 6 with my Moza R9 wheels, and on this video we'll see what the customization I've done for my 4090 GPU and the R9 wheelbase to get this work with the Forza Horizon 6. Let's start. Along with that, I'll also give some of my reviews or feedback on the game. So let's move to the settings, and you can see I've set the max to 120 fps, and currently the DLSS is off, and we'll make it to 2x. But first let me show you with the native performance, and you can see on the top right the frame rate is also showing up. I already had the native performance as the default. I didn't enable DLSS because I have been facing issues when I set DLSS to on, so I'll just ignore that. And also you can see the extreme plus RT mode I have enabled in the video and performance. So let's sit back and go to the game, and you can see the FPS counter. So this is a native. When you can see the graphics that is being rendered at this, it's not even reaching 60 fps, and the GPU utilization is at 96%. I really like my wheelbase. It's R9, and while I just show you the gameplay with this FPS, I want to share about the Moza R9 as well. So you can see my LED and telemetry data are also being shown properly now. For Forza, this Moza guys have not yet released the Forza Horizon 6 presets, but I have been able to do it. So I will also share you the steps I did, and I also created a script that can be used by you guys to get this thing done. Now let's get back to our FPS settings. So I'll now make the DLSS 2x. Once I do that, you can have a look at my FPS count. Boom, it's now 80 plus. Of course, now it's artificially generating the frames, so we see a scaled up version, not scaled up, but we see a bump in the frame rate. But I feel like the graphics quality, they get little faded up, but maybe it's just my feeling. But this FPS is much better than the old one which I was having at the native, but in no way it's reaching 120, even 100 plus, which I think the Forza might launch or release some updates to fix this, because my GPU availability is still 8GB plus, and it's very capable. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but this feels like the exact same Forza Horizon 5 with new maps and new cars, but it feels like the same game engine that has been used on Forza Horizon 5, because the same GitHub repository that does the mods for Forza Horizon 5, the same or some of the mods are still also working for the Forza Horizon 6, and you don't have to do anything, you just have to rename the file to Forza Horizon 6.exe. So I don't know, but if you have noticed this, but most of the things are same except the graphics and the maps. Now let's jump into my R9 wheelbase, where I am able to connect this one with my Forza 6. I'll first show you my key bindings. In these things I have done manually. You just have to use a custom profile and custom wheel profile, and just click and map all the things. So the mandatory requirements would be shown in yellow, so you just have to bind them mandatorily, and it starts working. That's the initial step. I did that, but the next problem I faced was getting the telemetry data. If you see, I have now enabled data out as on and given an IP port as 4009, because earlier I used to give the Moza Pit House IP port, but it doesn't work because Pit House has not come up with a release where the Forza Horizon 6 is there as their game presets. As a result, the server that listens for the data from this game was not working. So I did a custom patch for that. It's a small script. I have made it available on GitHub. You will also find the link on description. So what it does, it runs the Forza Horizon 5.exe. It's a dummy process, and so I have done a small script, a small file that will help us bypass the Moza Pit House detection for Forza 5. If you see my configuration, I have kept Forza Horizon 5. If I click config, and I have set the port as 30055. Same instruction is also available inside the GitHub repository. You have to download that first. Once you download, you will have a files like this one. You will extract it. Once all the files are here, let me hit finish. Cancel. Fine, it's already running. I don't have to do that. So if you see this process or this game is not running, hence the data is not accepted by Moza Pit House. So what we'll do, we'll just run this file start_all.bat. Now it's running a spoof service called as Forza Horizon 5, making the Moza Pit House think like the game is running, and it opens up the port and the presets are set into this wheel. So once you do this, and if you see this GitHub page, which the link I will attach to the description, so basically the Forza Horizon 6 sends the data to 4009, which we set in Forza Horizon 6, and this bridge means the script I just created, and it forwards the data to our Pit House. And this 3055 works because our software thinks Forza Horizon 5 is running, and this bridge is technically not much required because I added this because I wanted to do some modification. Let's say I want to change the RPM or some calibration based on car classes, let's say the class A or class B, or I mean whatever class the cars are, based on the class they can have different level of rotation, different level of feedbacks. So I wanted to do that, but since I have some time constraint, so I just did this one, which helped me get my R9 into working. But always feel free, you can maybe contribute and take it ahead. So that's it. Now I'll show you some of my settings that I did. If you kept this feedback to 60, and these are my settings, and if I go to my steering wheel, you will see I have set up my indicator settings as well, and button lights as well. Okay, let's go back and do a spin of our car using the wheels. Let me go into a off-road track. Maybe you will see the feedback and the steering that I'm using. I just put this to low gear so you can see all the RPM counter lights and my gradient buttons for this one. We'll take a front shot as well for this video, so that but you can see it is pretty much better. the roads are slippery and hence the car as well. So I am not taking it into high RPM. By the way, it's not a off-roading car, but it's me pushing the limits of this car. I don't know why. So thank you guys. I wanted to create this video because I found so many articles, people getting stuck, not able to use the Moza wheelbase. So I wanted to help them. So created this, short video maybe, because I was excited when my stuff started working with, my wheels started working. And you can see the light reflects, right? The reflections of the ray tracing one. We can go to that water spot again so that we can have a better view maybe. This one doesn't move. Yeah, I want to show you something. I have kept this angle, max angle at 540. See the steering. So this is a class level issue we have to do with the cars, that if you see my wheel, it goes still here, but if you see the BMW, it's already stuck at there. But the initial calibration is great. It turns the exact distance like this. Yeah, so this the water reflections I was saying. Anyways, currently my DLSS was on, so that's why you are getting this one. But let's say if I just enable my DLSS, the FPS will go below 60. There was another issue with this game. I have tried SDR mode as well. This SDR mode also sucks. They have also not fixed this one. If I just do SDR, my screen brightness will go into toss. It will be very darker, and I feel non-SDR option for me is working better. And I don't want to go into customizing or calibration my HDR. And of course, my display is SDR. So I am just using the Windows Auto SDR option, so it automatically tries to force applications to SDR. And I have not used the NVIDIA filter to enable the SDR, so maybe that can be a better option, but I have not tried it. And you can also do color grading or color modifications using the NVIDIA overlay. I tried doing it, but I didn't find the colors as interesting, so I just disabled them.
My name is Amy Simpson and I can do a magic trick. Josie, I say the magic words, skill song, double chains, I press play, boom, and poof, instant dance party, voila.
Let me show you driving on the water a bit. Let's go I'm not sure if there's a road here, but let's go somewhere. Oh shit. I mean, the force feedback from the roads can also be felt. I feel like the earlier Forza Horizon 5 was not having this road feedback as well. I mean, this feels little better now. But in all of this, I feel like Forza Horizon games are not meant for sim racing. Like my R9 is a complete waste for this Forza games. Even R3 could have been much better for such games, or the Logitech one. I mean anything. But this games doesn't require any true simulations or anything. But if you see the games, the hand movement has been improved. I mean, it's doing a cool new trick. It's able to rotate it very fast. Earlier it doesn't used to move so much. I mean, it used to move a little. So in next I'll just add a footage of directly POV shot of my wheel. You can say I was going uphill, and at the first gear it didn't hit the 8th RPM instantly. So since it's a downhill, it came very easily now. I hope you like the lights on my steering. Let's go a little bit off-road here. Thank you guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope I was able to help you, and do let me know in the comments if you need any help, and I hope you have a nice weekend with the Forza Horizon 6. Thank you, bye, do subscribe.